I'm Fox, any pronouns. It's day 8 of our Treat or Terror countdown. Today we're looking at Treehouse of Horror 10, the very last one from the 90s. And this actually has an opening sequence, though we don't get a wraparound tying the segments together, it's just a little gag to give King and Kodos their yearly cameo. I love their pumpkin spaceship, that's adorable. Then we see kind of a couch gag, technically, with the family all in costume throwbacks to previous specials. Except Lisa, who has a bloody axe in her head. I can't think of what it's referencing, and the wiki doesn't know either. First up is I Know What You Diddly Idly Did. A parody of I Know What You Did Last Summer, a movie whose sequel titles sound like parodies. The family is driving along on a foggy night when Marge runs over Ned Flanders. Homer sets it up to look like he fell off the roof, but Maude misses it, so he has to toss the mangled body inside the house, saying,
"Uh-oh, I think I'm having a heart attack."
They seem to have gotten away with murder. Except there's a bloody message on the door when they return from the funeral. It doesn't stop there. Someone knows what they did and won't let it go unpunished. Someone being Ned himself. He'd actually just been turned into a werewolf on that same night before being run over. Anyway, he mauls Homer to death. This was a great one. Incredibly funny, I love the twists, and it's fun to see Ned as a werewolf. It's a good design. And this first segment definitely starts things off high. Unfortunately, there's the middle segment, desperately seeking Xena. This is not horror, this is not Halloween related, it's not even that entertaining. I guess technically it opens on Halloween, with Bart and Lisa getting superpowers, and features a bunch of bland background costumes, besides the Binky one from Life in Hell. And then it's no longer Halloween and we're at a sci-fi con with Lucy Lawless. She's kidnapped by comic book guy in disguise, and we get the funniest moment in the whole segment.
Must remove my breastplate. Maybe later.
Stretch Dude and Clobber Girl. Pretty lazy names, even if it's parodying older superhero comics, because this was the tail end of the 90s and those naming conventions were already outdated. Or on the case. They go to rescue Lucy Lawless in a, frankly, pretty boring and anticlimactic fight. Thankfully, Lucy Lawless is amazing.
Xena needs Zex.
It's great to see her beating ass for like 30 seconds. And in the end, she flies them home. Because again, Lucy Lawless is amazing. This is bad. This is the worst segment yet, and I do not say that lightly. Putting aside that has nothing to do with Halloween, it's not spooky or suspenseful or even creative. It's not even relevant. In the late 90s, superhero comics were not like this. And this is parodying older comics, Golden Age and Silver Age. It's parodying Adam West's Batman show. It's not a witty modern commentary, it's middle-aged nerds thinking they're being clever by making fun of their childhood, as though it hasn't already been made fun of before, and much better. When people say that the middle segments are the worst, this is what comes to mind. And worst of all, it is so fucking boring. Thankfully, we have our final segment of the evening, Life's a Glitch, Then You Die. This title is wonderful, first off. Everyone is celebrating the new year, ready to usher in the new millennia. Playing off the fears of the time, the power plant's computers were not properly debugged, ushering in Y2K. Chaos erupts, technology goes haywire, even home appliances fight back. I love the shot of an attacking waffle maker. The family runs into Krusty, who they get a letter from about an evacuation plan to Mars after his pacemaker has killed him.
I'm not dead.
They go to the location, and it turns out Lisa was actually selected. She can only take one parent, and before the guard can even finish the sentence, she chooses Marge. Left behind, Homer and Bart find another ship that they sneak on board. Only it's headed for the sun and full of singing people like Polly Shore and Rosie O'Donnell. And other people I don't know, adding that I do not get the gag they're going for. But hey, the pair eject themselves into the vacuum of space to die quicker. And that's pretty funny. This was leagues better than the previous segment. Much funnier, much more creative, and actually topical. For the time, I mean. I'm a sucker for a good Y2K story. Overall, this wasn't the best send-off from the classic 90s era. The first segment and last segment were great, but that middle one drags them both down by association. IMDb has it rated at 7.8 stars, which isn't bad. I think without the middle segment, the other two would be way more fondly remembered. Sadly, as these go on, desperately seeking Xena becomes less an outlier, creativity and atmosphere being sidelined. We'll get there, though. For now, that's really all I have to say on this Treehouse of Horror. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for joining my lucid screaming.